Hello, makers. I'm David, sometimes known online as iShotJR. I'm the community editor at Make. While I have your attention, I just want to do a quick plug for Make Volume 89. This is our retro issue. That's actually my Game Boy on the cover. That's my own personal Game Boy on the cover. And it's on newsstands now. Subscribers should have already got it. And it's also available at makershed.com. As you may have noticed, my guest today is Helen Lee, head of community at Crowd Supply, and the mastermind behind this year's Teardown open source hardware and electronic art event in Portland, Oregon. Hello, Helen.
Hello, David. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure
Yeah,
to be on your stream.
I'm excited because I'm excited about the event and I'm excited to see you. And for people who aren't familiar, what is Crowd Supply?
Okay, so Cred Supply is the company that I work for. They are a curated crowdfunding company for open source hardware, but it's not just the crowdfunding. We actually do a lot. Our parent company is Mouser Electronics, and through them you get like a distribution deal. We give you a big house order, so like we match fund basically whatever you raise in the community, and then we will continue to stock you. So it's crowdfunding first and then distribution and sales afterwards. And yeah, so I'm the head of community for that, which is kind of a weird title, but what that really means is I run our annual conference Teardown. I run a number of events around the year and go to lots of them as well. But my day job really, like on a day-to-day basis, is being part of the project submissions team. So every time someone submits a project to Crowd Supply, like a team of us will get together, we'll discuss the project, we'll do some backwards and forwards, make sure that the project really exists, etc. and then I pass them on to my colleagues in project management. So yeah, that's my job.
I didn't prepare this at all. This is not planned or whatever, but as soon as you said about the projects, I started thinking, hey, what have I got lying around from Crowd Supply? And
got loads of stuff.
I did a
oh yeah,
KVM open
yeah,
interface guys, so I got that.
Yeah, they're really lovely.
This
Yeah.
And I got Joey's
Oh,
watch.
Joey's awesome. Joey's coming to Teardown. I was
Excellent.
working on his talk today, actually. It's very
Well, that's
exciting.
an amazing segue
Yeah.
to. I've also got ink plates. I've got piles of ink
I
plates on
can
my
see
desk.
a Teardown 2019 lunchbox behind you as well.
I like
Yeah,
to incorporate. Yeah,
I think I sent that to you
you did send it to
from
me.
my
I like to
stream.
incorporate I like to do
Yeah.
little Easter eggs
Yeah,
in my
we've
live
got
streams.
we've got another lunch. We always do lunch boxes, so that's
Yeah.
that's that
So
thing.
there's a new one this year.
Yeah, there's a new one this year, and it's got secrets on it.
I am so excited because like tomorrow I'm gonna go work from the makerspace all hands active in Ann Arbor instead of working from home, and I need like a little. I've been using this little plastic bin for like carrying
Yeah.
the dev boards and stuff that I need to review and stuff like that. I was like, I need something with a handle. This isn't very handy. And then I realized I got Supply Lunchbox, 3D print some little dividers for it,
Yeah.
and that's like the coolest and also like
Yeah.
swaggiest way to transport your little project.
It's also really fun to use as a tiny little briefcase for the conference. So you can like put all the stuff that you get from the other makers. It's really cute. It's like a little portfolio of stickers that you've picked up from other people.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
use 3 for my sticker collection alone.
Hexes, by the way, we're bringing back Hex along with Osh Park and Joey Castillo who are flying the Hex sticker format flag. So
really cool.
Bring some if you have them.
I think we made like 8 different allusions to Teardown, but we haven't explained what
we
it
did.
is.
This is the problem when you're actually friends with the person who you're streaming with. You don't actually. Yeah. Okay. So like, let's take a few steps back. So my side quest at work is Teardown, right? And I'm taking the reins for the first time this year fully. Teardown is an event. It's been running a few years. It's been, I think it's 2018 was the first one. And it's always been held in Portland, and there's always had a very much like hardware, open source, but also DIY electronics and hacker type stuff. It's got that kind of vibe. There's talks, there's workshops, there's demos, there's installations, and we also have really awesome after parties every night. So just to give you a taster, right? And we do try and put on things before and afterwards, because when you come into town, it's nice to make a few days of it rather than just come in for a day and leave again, right?
Absolutely.
So I've gotten most of the Portland hardware meetups together, and we're doing a meetup of meetups on the Wednesday before the conference. We're going to have like food and projects on table. It's just a fun happy hour kind of situation. Then on the Thursday, we're going to open our doors. People can come in and hack, do pre-registration if they want to, like no programming, but you can come in and use the space and see the art, etc. That evening, there's a special showing of the iconic 90s movie Hackers at OMSI. And OMSI is like the Oregon Science Museum, and it's really cool downtown. And one of the people that works at OMSI is also like a hacker. I know him from the Portland Hackerspace Control H. And so that's kind of related to Teardown. So that's going to be really fun. Science Museum Hackers viewing Thursday night. Then Friday, we start for real. And we have a full day of talks and workshops, 2 tracks of talks, 2 tracks of workshops, plus loads of drop-in stuff. So we've got like a drop-in SMD soldering workshop. We've got X-ray machine, knitting machine, ion microscopes, fun games. Like the synth library is coming. Who else? Tell you what, I did this yesterday. This is my first draft of the floor plan. I can show you. And something that I haven't, I know, I'll show you this. But before I show you this, actually, there's a very important fact about this conference that I have yet neglected to mention, which is we're holding it in a semi-abandoned mall in the center of Portland called the Lloyd Center. Now, it's like this, you know what a mall is. It's like a kind of, big suburban shopping complex, except this one's quite central. And over the years, these malls have become less and less popular, and like a lot of the stores have moved out. So there's like vestigial tail, there's still a Hot Topic, there's still a Cinnabon, there's still a Barnes and Noble, but like most of the stores have like left, right? So it's kind of, it gives this like abandoned mall vibe. And then because they're going to knock it down at some point and replace it with something more modern, basically they're letting out all of the rooms for super cheap. So I have rented a retail space for a month, and that's where we're putting the conference on. And the retail space that I've rented used to be a giant Gap. So we've got like Gap Baby, Gap for Women, Gap Sport, and Gap Men, like all together. And we're just completely renovating that space and like filling it with machines and soldering irons and like projects and, as many cool hackers as want to come, So yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm excited. I mean, one of the cool things about, so obviously I'm not from Portland, as you may have picked up from the accent. I am a Portland transplant. Before I lived in Portland, I was in Berlin, Germany, where I was also a big part of the hacker maker community. And before that, I spent a long time in London, where I was also doing a lot of hacking and making and stuff. And each of those places have a really distinct flavor and vibe. And Portland's a very hardware-centric city, actually. Like you've got a lot of chip fabs, you've got Intel, like there's a lot of hardware people here. But there's also a lot of weird, creative, eccentric people here. And sometimes those two worlds collide and you get all sorts of interesting, eccentric people working with electronics. Like, I don't know. Let me show you some of these things here that we've got here. So this is one of the counter, wait, I don't know what you can see here, but we've got, this is the Basilica of Beige, which is an homage to retro computing.
Oh my God.
We've got like a giant playable synth called Cynthia.
Oh, we know Cynthia, yeah.
We've got Slime VR setup. We've got synth library. We've got X-rays. We've got NFC manicure station, like art installations in the changing rooms.
That's my favorite
as well. Yeah, it's going to be really fun, actually. The changing rooms is going to be fun. I've got some good surprises for you all in the changing rooms. So yeah, I mean, like this is really fun. It's great Saturday. We got some great art exhibits, but really, I mean, that's kind of irrelevant really what makes a conference awesome is the people that come to it, right?
Huh?
I mean, the talks and the workshops and the present, and the exhibits are the draw, but really the main, or at least for me, when I go to an event, the main thing I get from it is the knowledge exchange and the conversations, both from the speakers, but also from all the different attendees. And yeah, we've got some really awesome people coming, and it's a small enough conference that you get to speak to everybody, right? There's no separation between like the lead developer of KiCad and like the random hacker student who's at PSU, right? So it's a nice vibe. So I like conferences under 300 people. It's a nice, SuperCon's around that as well, and that's a nice size.
And we were both just at Open Hardware Summit, which I think
we
is
were. That was great. That was great. Another conference that underlines the fact, like, it's really about the people that you're there with, and that was a great event. Really enjoyed that. Highlight of my calendar this year for sure. Apart from Teardown.
Obviously, of course. Also Make a Fair Bay areas are going to be
obviously
amazing.
Yeah, but they hadn't happened yet. So
speaking of people though, I always forget to look at the comments, and I noticed that the comments are pouring in, so I thought I'd dive in real quick. Jason Kuhn says hello, Helen.
Yay, Jason.
Carrie from Up and Glow says, hey, so good to see you both. I'm super excited to be part of Teardown this year. I'm pointing to where people are on the map.
Yeah.
Jason's also excited. Martin Chipperdoodles.
Yay, he's going to be there. Yeah, he does the Anwar stuff, if you've seen that.
Exactly,
yeah. Of course you've seen that. You've got one.
I was going to say,
show it.
The crowd supply projects, but I should absolutely be counting that on my list.
Yeah, of course.
I've got that right here. I didn't.
The Anwar, Chippy Doodles is great.
And
nice. Oh, and Alex Lind from the cat hacking workshop. You done the cat hacking workshop?
Yes, I did that last year.
Yeah. He's coming along and giving a talk as well.
Awesome.
They're gonna do a crowdfunding campaign with us as well, but that's not live yet.
Yes, I saw that somewhere. Or maybe
I told you. Who knows?
Carrie says she loves secrets and treasure hunts. Austin says, love this. Chippy says, one of us. Jason says, this looks like an amazing layout. And Chippy's excited to meet so many cool people.
There are going to be a lot of cool people there.
Speaking of cool, what's the ice rink status?
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that. Actually, that's a really cool thing about the mall that we're going to be in. The biggest claim to fame of this mall is that there's an ice rink on the ground floor, and it still exists. It's not as big as it used to be, but there's this big ass ice rink in the middle of the Lloyd Center, and that ice rink is the same ice rink that Tonya Harding trained on. So if you don't remember Tonya Harding, I recommend you look up the movie or the Wikipedia entry. She was it's a pretty interesting story. But yeah, that's the same ice skating rink. It's really fun. You can actually go on there. You can just go and rent.
I was thinking I should bring my rollerblades for the hacker scene, but now I got to bring my ice skates too, which I do not.
Well, they do have those. There's also this is completely irrelevant and nothing to do with me, but I went down to the ice skating rink the other day when I was just measuring up the venue, and like right next to it, they've installed, like, they knew we were coming. They've installed a robotic candy floss machine. It's like a robotic arm that builds candy floss, and it's got little crimps as well, so it'll shape it for you, and it has all these different flavors. I was like, damn.
Just to translate for our American audience.
Wait, what do you call it?
It's called, I call it candy, but Americans call it cotton candy.
Oh, please. Okay, sure. Yeah. Whatever. I mean, to be fair, that's slightly more appealing than floss. Anyway, yeah. So that's kind of fun. You'll enjoy.
Speaking of food, tell me about the culinary.
Okay. So we've always gone hard on the food at Teardown. We really like, instead of getting a catering service, we like to get individual meals catered by individual small local businesses. So the menu's not completely finalized yet, but I've definitely got some really good treats in store for everybody. We've got, what have we got? We've got So on the Friday night, with the after party thing there on the Friday night, is Autodesk. They have a really nice office downtown in Portland, not far from the Lloyd Center, with beautiful view over the river and so on. And they'll host us, and they give us, they'll feed us as well. So we've got like buns and dumplings and summer rolls and lots of fun party food for that. I'm getting breakfast from a really amazing Japanese bakery one day. I'm driving all the way to Beaverton, which is far for you all, to get these delicious buns. They're so good though. So what else are we having? We're having tamales. We're probably going to have some tacos. I've been testing, like Portland's pretty well known for pizza. And I know pizza is like kind of a rubbish thing to give to people to eat at a conference, but this is like really good pizza.
Yeah.
So I'm still kind of like weighing that one up. But yeah, we've got some fun. We've got some things on the menu for you all. And that's for sure.
Yeah, I think that's an important thing to kind of point out is we haven't really talked about tickets or pricing or things like
good point.
But yeah, I don't think we even said what dates it is. I don't know.
No, we haven't. Okay, so it's June 21st through 23rd is the core conference. But remember, we've got stuff happening before, and we're doing like some stuff afterwards, like Proto Pasta are going to do a factory tour, and maybe some other people's too, Ictory. But yeah, so 21st to 23rd is the programming. What else was I going to say? Oh, the prices. Yeah. So at the moment, so until like basically, I think we'll turn the ticket prices from like, early bird to on the day, right? So basically, the week before Teardown happens, we will increase the prices because that by that point, like we'll have ordered everything.
Yeah.
Right. So it's going to be more expensive to add people in. But so until that point, it's staying at $200 a ticket for everything, all your food, etc. All the workshops are free as well, by the way. However, we have two programs. One is if we have a low income program. So anybody, and this isn't means tested either. So we're just going to believe you. It's $40 if you are low income, and you just email us. The details are on the page. It's just if you just email us, it'll come through to me basically and the rest of the team. So you can get that. And we also we really need some volunteers actually, particularly for setup and teardown, and just helping us out generally speaking. And of course, if you do 2 sets of 4-hour shifts, you get a free ticket and some swag and so on. So yeah, $200, $40, or free if you help us out. Yeah. And
there's also a promotion for makerspaces, I believe.
Oh yes, of course there is. Yeah. We've not done that before, and we're just trying it out this year. So my background, of course, is from like the Euro hacker tradition, and some of my very favorite events in Europe are the like the CCC affiliated events, the Chaos Computing Club, for those of you that don't know. And at their annual congress, they have like basically gatherings of makerspaces, and it's really fun to see different regional makerspaces and see what flavor they are, and like meet the people and share projects and so on. Anyway, this year, I would really like to start encouraging people to show up and rep their spaces at Teardown. So if you want to come and rep your space at Teardown, and that could be like bringing a sculpture to put up, or to put up on a shelf, or it could be like bringing awesome stickers, or it could be like whatever, basically. I would just love to encourage you to come, and we will give you free tickets if you come and bring something that represents your makerspace or hackerspace. So yeah, more free tickets available.
Awesome. I just made a note to myself that I need to remember to bring stickers from here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we got big sticker swap, etc.
So. Oh, I'm excited for the sticker swap. Yeah. What are some other highlights? What else? So I'm legitimately getting excited. It's 2 weeks from tomorrow, I'll be getting on a plane. And what am I going to see? What should I be looking for?
Well, you should be looking forward to lots of interesting lights and bleeps and bloops, and there's sculptures, there's textiles, there's absolutely loads of really creative and interesting workshops, and also lots of self-directed breakout sessions as well. There's a giant food court, so outside of just outside of this, there's a
Yeah.
giant, mostly deserted food court with loads of tables and chairs, like overlooking the ice rink. So it's really convenient if people want to do their own birds of a feather or like self-directed breakout groups. So I think that's going to be a nice aspect to it. Another thing that's going to be quite fun is we've done little badges this year. So we don't typically do badges because like we're not a huge fan of like e-waste for the sake of e-waste, right? So we're not out here like stuffing everybody's lunchbox with electronics that are just gonna stay in there, right? So, but we did want to make something cool, but we just didn't want it to go to waste. So what we're doing is like having drop-in SMD badge soldering workshops. So we've made little hex format, of course. We've made a little hex format teardown badges with like SMD soldering pads to solder on some LED, and you got to flash an AT tiny, blah blah blah. So that's going to be really fun. So you can come along to the SMD soldering and get like a workshop if you don't know how to do it. Or if you're already an SMD soldering pro, we do have 2 levels of difficulties, and we will have timed championships as well. So you can pit yourself against the others if you wish. So that's going to be really fun. Yeah. We'll also have a bunch of machines available for people to learn how to use or just use. Like we've got an Axie drawer from Evil Mad Scientist. We'll have that up. And we're doing almost all the signage, or the incidental signage, I should say, using the Axie drawer, because who doesn't love an Axie drawer, man? We've got loads of 3D printers coming. We've got just a bunch of different fun machines. So if you want to come and hang out and just hack on stuff for the whole weekend and not go to any talks or workshops, that would be cool too.
We were I mentioned before we went live the pictures of the facility.
Yes.
What is Adam bringing exactly?
Oh, Adam. So Adam and Isabel, those of you who may have gone to SuperCon in past years will be familiar with them. They often come along bringing giant microscopes, like electron microscopes, ion microscopes, you name it, they've got it. I've been to their workshop. It's ridiculous, amazing, love it, no notes. So they, a few years ago during the pandemic, moved to Portland, Oregon. So they are now, we're hanging out, and they're bringing along. They're bringing along several microscopes, but they're not sure whether they're going to bring their ion or their electron microscope, or maybe both. TBD, basically, depends how much time they get in the run up. They're bringing that. Someone else is bringing an X-ray machine as well, which is going to be fun. I've never got to use one of those. We do have a Geiger counter and a chief radiation, person as well. Don't worry. we have some safety people as well. We're not just going around blasting people. We do have a Geiger counter. We've got a Geiger counter, people.
You mentioned the synth library, which sounds intriguing.
Yeah, I love them. So the Portland Synth Library, they're awesome. They're a community group here, and you can guess what they do from the name of the organization. They have lots of different synths, and you can borrow them, or you can come in and play them, or they do workshops like how to use modular synths, or this, that, or the other, right? So they're coming. I mean, I'm friends with them, I guess, I run another community event in Portland called Sound Hackers on a semi-regular basis. And they've been along to that and done some talks. So if you wanted to hear about that, you could probably find the Sound Hackers talk that they did for me. But they've got loads of really cool stuff. And they've just moved in, like just down the road for us. It's in the Lloyd Center, literally in the Lloyd Center. So they're going to do a workshop at their space, which is like a few doors down, next to the tattoo shop. Some of the other shops are great as well.
I just realized, I don't know how I didn't find this before, but when I was asking you sort of what some of the highlights were, I thought that the schedule wasn't up yet, but it absolutely is up.
Wait, what? Someone's put the schedule up?
Whoops. I could have sworn when I looked at it, it wasn't there, but like it just went up like while we were talking or something.
Wait. Really?
The schedule is now up.
Who says that? I've just gone on it. It says it's not up. Where does it say that? I'm getting panicked. Really?
I think so.
Schedule.
Well, sorry. The event preview is up. Sorry.
Oh, sure. No, that's not the schedule. Yeah, all the event
Yeah,
previews are up.
yeah,
But the
sorry.
schedule,
I've
because I'm like, oh, there's some big mistakes there.
no, no, no.
I'm
I
like,
have looked at
the
I've
schedule
looked
is
at the 20.
90% done.
Yeah,
Um, I just
sorry
wanted to
for
check
the
it.
concern. I looked at
Whew,
the 2023 schedule
that's
just to like
okay.
get an idea of the flavor.
Yes.
And then I was like, wait, where's the 2024 one? And then I found the event preview,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
the schedule.
Yes,
But a lot
no
of familiar names,
schedule.
a lot of exciting
Yeah,
folks on
yeah,
here.
yeah. And some aren't published yet, so we've got a few more people on there that you won't see that will come. And Nadja Peak is coming. If you know her work, she's really awesome.
Well, the
So
people who
yeah.
are even in our comments right now, we mentioned Carrie. So Carrie's on
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Carrie,
Carrie's doing two things. Carrie's giving a talk, and also a workshop on workshops, which is sounds
excellent.
really awesome. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
which will be up here in Big Workshop.
Excellent. And I saw Martin on here too.
Yes,
Uh,
Martin. Also, I
our
need to
Facebook as
schedule.
well. Yeah, which we kind of
But
covered.
yeah,
Awesome.
yeah, we're 90% of the way there, to be honest. It's been an interesting experience. I mean, this is the first conference I've run. I've done lots of events and so on before, but they've been community events, kind of
Yeah,
grassroots type stuff. Like I've been involved with all the CCC stuff, and I've been involved with like the hardware hacking village, in various countries. But this is the first time I've been given the reins to my own conference, right? So this is quite exciting. I mean, obviously, it's just not, it's not just me doing this.
yeah.
There's a lot of other people at Crowd Supply working on this with me, of course. But it's very much like I'm directing it, and it's been, I mean, I could have made it a lot easier for myself if I'd have chosen a normal venue. Like I saw a lot of venues, and I
Yeah.
saw a lot of ordinary places that would have been absolutely fine. But once I'd been into this space, I couldn't stop thinking about it. And I was like, and I've had to put in the internet. It's
Yeah.
got no chairs, it's got no
Yeah.
tables, it's got nothing. Literally,
Yeah.
just you just get the key, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Good luck." So maybe it was a foolhardy choice to do something quite so that needed just quite so much effort for my first ever attempt, but I don't regret it at all. And like, I do really think it's going to be awesome. Will there be like a bit more like sound bleed than if it was
Yeah.
in a traditional conference? Yeah, sure. But it's also really cool.
Yeah.
And if you don't like our food, you can always go to Cinnabon, or there's like a Dairy Queen in there, and like Aunt Annie's, and like a boba tea place, and like a fancy
Uh-huh.
coffee place. So there's all sorts of fun things you can do actually in the mall.
And if you
Um,
get really bored, you can go to the Barnes and Noble and pick up the latest issue Make.
You can, and in fact, I did actually clock that they stock the 2600 in that particular
Oh,
Barnes and Noble as well. So I went in and I bought a copy of both Make magazine and Barnes and Noble.
did I ever I know I had when we were talking about it beforehand,
Oh
I said,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Show the people the advert.
yeah.
Ooh,
So
okay.
this issue, when you open it, there's a big teardown ad
There
right now.
is. Look at it. It's
Um,
exciting.
so there's June 21st to 23rd, Portland, Oregon. Plenty of time to get your tickets still, plenty of
Yep.
tickets still available.
Yes, there are.
Any
Yep.
other considerations, plugs?
Um, I mean that if you're coming into town for the conference, please do come to the pre-events and hang out with us. There will be and also please bring your project, finished or unproject. There will be space to hack, and there will also be people who you can work on things with. So
And you can
this
get a
is
microscope on it.
exactly
Right.
so there's lots of things you could do, so don't feel shy to bring your own stuff. This isn't like a top-down conference. If you want to come and do something, like come and do something. That would be my welcoming call. And if you feel like $200 is too much for you, please don't hesitate to reach out to me and ask for a low income ticket, or if you would do me a solid and help me out with a volunteering shift, that would be amazing as well. So yeah, just please come along, and it would be lovely to see you either now or in the future. I'm certainly going to do this for the next few years. I've promised to myself, because I don't know, it's a fun opportunity, like to get to do this and to get to bring together all of my like a lot of people that I respect and a lot of people that I'm friends with, and like hopefully I'll start persuading some of my European friends to come over as well on a regular basis. Like,
Yeah.
I'll be like total selfishness there.
Well, I was already getting excited,
Oh,
beforehand. But now between this and also honestly the excitement of the people in the comments, a lot of those folks who are attending, I'm starting to get very excited. I'll be there on Thursday late morning, I think I arrive,
oh,
and
fun times.
through Monday afternoon, evening kind of time, I think. So
Yep. Well,
I'll
I'll
be
be on site. Oh,
yeah.
there is a Signal group. Or you can join our Discord as well. So we've got a few Discord channels on. So the Crowd Supply has its own Discord channel,
Yeah.
but underneath the Crowd Supply, there's like a collection of channels all about 2024. There's a logistics channel as well if people want to like share rides or figure out how they're getting to it as well. And then yeah, there's a Signal group chat as well. So look out for those. I'll put the link. I'll send you the link for the show notes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crowdsupply.com. From there,
Yes.
you can move to the Discord and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
You
yeah,
click on
yeah.
on
There's like a
2024.
big banner at the top. It says Teardown. You can't really miss it.
I love the kind of branding this year too. The sort of
I know. Synthwave. I'm like,
synthwave.
yeah, I was like, I want more clip art.
Again, just so people can see what I'm talking about. All the stuff kind of looks like this right now. It's pretty
Yeah, yeah.
random,
Well,
goes with the overall aesthetic and theme, I think.
we're leaning into like the 90s.
Retro synergy
Exactly.
theme.
The
There we
the
go.
the basilica of beige.
I'm
That
excited
is the
to check it out.
retro computing
You know,
within the mall.
I try not to go overboard, but like every
Ooh,
single thing we talk about, I can just like grab stuff
it's
relevant to it.
beige.
So maybe I
You've
should,
got something
maybe I'll bring
beige.
this, maybe this will be my main computer. I'll just try and just use this during the event. Use this to take my notes. See
Oh,
if I
that
can
would be
get started.
hilarious. Yeah.
It does have a modem, so I could do some stuff, but
That would be very funny.
all right, I think we covered it.
Yeah, we did.
And so I will see you there, and hopefully we'll see a bunch
Yay.
of the folks that are watching this there. And
Awesome.
see you in later in June in
See you in
Portland.
a few weeks. Thanks for having me and thanks for
Thank
joining
you.
us, everybody.